Good morning, Orchard STEM School. This is Mr. Hoydick, the art teacher. Today we are working on how to draw a still life like Pablo Picasso, and this one is number 3. So you can see my drawing from last time, excuse me, and you can see that the work I did on the skull, you can see I did a little bit on the background above the skull's horns, a little bit on the side here, a little bit on the shape. And today we're going to focus mainly on the pitcher, water pitcher or milk pitcher, whatever's in it. And what I noticed was each section of the pitcher is its own shape. So in other words, on this spout here, what I'm going to do, I already sketched it in, but I want to go ahead and work on that some more. So what I'll do is take this shape around here and really outline it. Then from this point, I've started doing some details, but I really want to hit it with my pencil to give it details and to put these lines in here. All right, there's one. Up at the top here, I can see I actually have two. I have a dark shape on the edge and a dark shape, almost looks like a triangle on the other side, and that's a little bit lighter there. And inside of it, I see that the one circle is pretty dark. So I'm going to add that. And the edges on the right and left are a little darker, thicker. Right, like that. And then I can put the circles on the inside. Let's work right here. Here's a leaf shape. On top, this I don't know if it's a knob or a little handle. Let's give it some more definition. Remember, last week was our sloppy copy. So it wasn't like we had a lot of details, and we might have drawn some things in places where they didn't belong. I'm going to do another line on the side here. I'll make sure I make this one dark. Right here in the middle, I actually noticed that this shape is sort of like an hourglass. Right about there. I like this line. There we go. Maybe to about here. Yeah, that's more like it. So you can see I'm outlining that shape that I want. That's sort of like an hourglass. And I notice it's a little darker in here, but you know what? That's the same section. So drawing some horizontal lines in the hourglass shape. And there we go. I notice on the side of the handle, I have a dark triangle. I notice also that this area is a little darker. Now the handle itself is weird because, let's see, I've got this shape that looks like an eyeball right on top. Here's a dark part that looks like a kidney bean. there's a light part on top. Got some extra lines. There we go. Now the handle area. Oh, I didn't finish this eyeball part. Got a darker part here. And a couple of circles. There we go. Now the darker handle part right about here. I hope you guys see that when I find the darker parts and just take care of them, that helps me decide what else is going on around it. Once I have the dark parts, excuse me, it's not too hard for me to figure out where other things go. And let's see. And right here are some circles as well. All right. Now moving on down, I see that this, I think I called it a heart shape last week. There's actually a dark section that goes here and divides it. And there's another little triangle. Picasso used a lot of dark triangles on this painting, this whole painting. And let's see, this will actually go down to like an upside down teardrop. And then, of course, those curves. Cool, cool. This section here, and it's got the curves. And there's a lighter area that has this round section in it. And that just keeps getting bigger. And let's make this curved section. There we go. And down at the bottom here, I see kidney bean shape, and I see part that wraps around, and it's got the lines on it. What do I see here? I see another shape like a triangle. With a darker spot. And I'm actually building the base larger than it was before, which means I have to take out my shadow that I had started to sketch. And I see right about here I hope you see the repeated circle with the contour lines or curves around it. Now I know I have some darker areas that I need to add. Right there, right there, a little bit there. That triangle part comes up more. Around here. Alright. While I'm here, I think I'm going to work on the fruit a little bit. Oh, the shadow. You know what I need to do is add shadow here. And he had his shadows as triangles. And a shadow here. And any one of these things, these objects on his still life, would have been interesting. But like all of them together gives you a lot to look at, a lot to try to draw. Yeah, I see there's a darker line right there too. And now back to the fruit. And I'll trace around the fruit. And I'll trace around the stem. This part's going to be lighter. This part's going to be a little darker. Here's a really dark area. And over here is a shadow. And down here is weird. There's a lighter area. Looks like that. And there's the triangle shadow. Okay. So today I want you to work on the picture, and I want you to start working on the fruit. Let me uncover. You can see how far we've gotten. You see we need some work on the tree. We need some work on the windowsill, on the background, also the hills, and some other details. But as we attack this piece by piece, I hope you see that it can come together and you can make your own interpretation of Picasso's famous still life. Thanks. Try your best. Have a great day.